Before I start, I wanted to say that I watched Tosh's video twice to make sure that I didn't forget anything. So then, I won't argue that I made some assumptions, but I still believe that it's enough to consider it as an exposal, especially considering the other points he's been accused of. I'll start by saying that Tosh never addresses why there are 54 saws in the top right corner, other than to copy and paste them for later. I believe this is a lie for a couple reasons. First, the saws are as far away from any saws like that you could possibly get. Second, there are literally the same types of saws sitting closer to the gameplay, there's no need to have them way up there. And lastly, there are multiple types of the same object. Just so happens when you add them up, you get a number in a very convenient range, right around the amount of objects required to make an auto. It just doesn't make any sense. Secondly, I would like to talk about his attempts. It took him 5,776 attempts to beat this. Maybe there's some other attempts he's hiding. Now let's compare this to some of his other accomplishments and how long it took him. Breakout, 5,193 attempts. Sacoup in Hell, 9,576 attempts. Artificial Ideology, 5,026 attempts. He beat Sacoup in Hell and Breakout after he beat Double Vortex, and it should not have taken him that long. It's not a weight-bearing point, but it is something. Third, Tosh has not even made an attempt to stream to prove his legitimacy on this level. And even if he did, he would have to get further than 50% or it wouldn't count. As I'm sure you know, that's way easier than the second half. All he has to do is make a stream of at least getting to something like 85 or something, but he hasn't even tried. Why not? What harm could it possibly do? Lastly, I would like to discuss the fact that Tosh fluked from 66. 66 to 100 has the hardest waves in the entire level, and he just happened not to die there. Again, not a weight-bearing point. The fact that better players haven't been able to do that fluke, any of them, and the fact that Tosh did it even though his hardest team was Bloodbath before makes me very suspicious, especially considering the amount of attempts he had. That's all. Thanks for watching.